Celestial.
in this match. John Yiga donning all maroon. The second one, Farouk Mutumba donning red with the blue pants. Like it has always been, the race is just for a place into the quarterfinals of one of the lives of these players. If I can just take a look at the chart, Farouk is left with only this one life, which is as well trailing by 2 frames to nil. If he loses 2 more frames, then he exits the competition entirely. Sean is involved as well in the second life, as well it is in the round of last 16. This match is another one that there are so many classic players here. Perhaps for Sean, majority of you may not even be knowing him, but look how good he's playing. For Farouk, I know that most of you know him. Both still very young men. Farouk must be perhaps 19, if not 20. Sean, a little older. Farouk more renowned, but it is Sean in the lead. And as a reminder, by the way, this match is live on Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Break and Finish Live YouTube. Now this is Farouk attempting to win a first for himself. He's down and struggling for his life. On one life, his opponent is on 2. Cash prizes are for the top 8. So the idea is to take at least one of the prizes into one of the lives into the semi-finals, because each semi-final on either side of the chart is an actual quarter-final for the entire competition. Maybe it is Farouk here winning a first. He must leave an angle between white and the last yellow for him to find ease with which to manipulate cue ball for black. I'm not so certain the angle is sufficient. Look straight. He has to play with backspin. Cue ball has to bounce off the left cushion, then move towards the top end of the table. Left cushion, top end, perfect. The rest is a formality. After losing the first 2 frames, in the third, Farouk comes victorious and pulls on back. It is Sean Yiga 2 and Farouk Mutumba 1. For many times today, I've been struggling with the internet, most especially in the YouTube stream. Again, we've had a buffer for about 2, if not 3 minutes. I'm watching the game now on another gadget. It seems clear as Sean's lead in the race, in which he needs to win just 2 more. His opponent needing to win 3 out of the remaining 4, including this ongoing frame. Farouk has been managed under the team that is Prime Shooters. Sean as for last year, Farouk's highlight was a 64-man competition that was held in the city of Fort Portal. He did win it, taking the $500, his biggest career achievement to the present date. At the age of 20, he has already twice qualified for Uganda's Kakom, the grand finale. Was part of the grand finale in 2023, missing out slightly in 2024. And then 2025, just 1 month ago, he played at the grand finale. If I'm not mistaken, lost in the second round. Sean was part of it as well. I don't remember him, but not splitting the yellows enough. Dead yellows and the one in space. Whatever is contemplating here, maybe play the yellow close to the red, just like that, to make it difficult for Sean to finish the frame by putting the red, which is now in front of the yellow with any kind of ease. He wants to play off cushion into the red, create space between yellow and red, just like that. It is now a battle of the mind, way more than a battle of the hands. That miss could be costly. For Sean, it is 3 reds. Position of the black so close to Farouk's yellow. Tempting for Sean to put now one of the reds and play the cue ball into the black, or the yellow close to the black. It's a shot that will give him a realistic chance of trying to take down the frame in his ongoing visit of the table. Maybe the red close to the corner pocket, bottom left, maybe bottom right. Purpose, not just support, but also create space between the black and the yellow. Taking a lot of time. He knows it is risky if he tries to pull it off and it doesn't come through. We are likely to have Yahya taking on Rashida on the live stream as Sean misses the pot. His intention was to put and manipulate cue ball towards the top end of the table, pot that red that was packed near the side pocket left. It required some kind of English on the cue ball, which failed his ability to pot. How can Farouk respond? He responds the same exact way his opponent did. And the black now has space, no need to have the cue ball tapped into the black. He simply has to roll the cue ball off the cushion towards the top end of the table. And then put the last red, draw it a little closer to the black, just a little closer, maybe just around the same exact area where white is. If he wants it so close, there is risk of getting himself snookered. So he just moves it in a fair position. Cue ball is safe. It will naturally be played into the yellow, close to the red. There he is. He wins the frame. Farouk 1 and Sean 3. Just glad that Farouk is down. Still fighting. He could lose the fight if he doesn't fight enough to put the easiest but the most important, maybe the only important ball in the frame. Now Sean has the chance to pounce, make one beautiful clearance that will take his second life into the quarterfinals. For Farouk, he will be as guilty can be, and will not deserve, in my opinion, to be in the quarterfinals if Sean wins this frame. To get a chance that easy, and then fail to take it, then as well fail to congratulate your opponent if they make a clearance. For Sean, highly likely that he will be in the quarterfinals of his second life. The first is as well in the round of last 16. If he wins this frame, his first life will be one more victory from the money. And there he goes. 3 reds to go. The table is United King. They are the same exact tables, not just the brand, but the very tables on which the South African National Championships were played last year. That competition that was won in the men's event by Nzoana Kwabe and ladies by Erin Lazarus after they were shipped to Kampala to this pool arena. whatever is not happening. That corner pocket top left, it has failed to swallow. Black and now red for both players. He goes for the bank. That was so far away from hitting the target. At one point, I thought he should have played some kind of defense. What he has just done was always going to be so risky. I'm not so certain Sean has full sight of the red. From his body language, he seemingly has it. What he needs is to play the red on target to the corner pocket bottom right. On target, he is not. For Farouk, yet another chance to try and put black to the same corner pocket he failed about 3 minutes ago. The same corner pocket where Sean failed about 2 minutes ago. He will try again. This time he seems to be more focused and hits it in. Farouk 2 and Sean 3. Thank you for watching, Frank Rutaya. You're the only one that is chatting on the YouTube stream. Sorry, you're chatting. Out of 64 watching, okay. How good will Sean's break be? Seems big enough. He has made one red and has a relatively good split of the yellows. Don't go for the red, Sean. Don't worry, guys, he's not hearing it. The yellows are way better positioned. And closes the table. Sean is on yellows. If he finishes the frame, he qualifies his second round to the semi-finals. If his opponent wins it somehow, we then have a decider. And Tinashe Desert, thank you for watching. Uploading the shot by Farouk when he was putting black previously. You are one of just two people that are commenting on the Facebook stream. Bruno Sona the second, hello to you. You're asking if I have a YouTube stream for this one. Yes, it is on Break and Finish Live YouTube. It's both on Break and Finish Live Facebook as well as Break and Finish Live YouTube. You may view from a platform of your preference. Here comes Sean Yiga. Is Yiga John? He does prefer to call himself Sean, just as his nickname, making his name a little more fancy and baptizing himself into, with another name. Yahya, one of 3 kid sensations, will be taking on the world-class female player Rashida in the next match. That one will be so beautiful on the eye, way better than this. Because Seranyane, you're asking if both of these players are from Uganda. It's a local competition. It's a local Ugandan comp. Everybody Ugandan, and it does not permit participants who make Uganda's national pole team, but it is not lacking in terms of quality. The shot Sean has just played has been lacking in terms of quality, not close whatsoever to potting, and yet his opponent has one ball at least to make. Tirito is asking which other players are in the quarterfinals. No, it will be the winner of this match first. Oh, in the first life, Jackson Asiku, Yahaya, a player called Bogota, and Rashida, the lady in the quarterfinals. Then in the second life, Nan, perhaps the winner of this match first. Oops, now I can see Mark Mochibi in the quarterfinals, as well as Innocent and another youngster called Jonathan Mtwari. He did beat Dembaba, who in terms of stature, I thought started this competition as favorite. He's a former member of the national team and has formerly been ranked eighth by the All Africa Pool Association. That means 8th on the continent in the year that was 2023, especially after him reaching the quarterfinals of the Africa Championships in Lusaka that year. In the meantime, speaking of the African Championships, this year's edition of the AAPA Championships will be happening on the 2nd up to, I think, 10th of February this year, which is just 3 weeks away. So keep your fingers crossed for the All Africa Pool Championships happening in Durban, South Africa, in 3 disciplines, in singles and team events. That is 10 ball. I've never ever swum 10 ball. There will also be hay ball and of course black ball. In Durban, in South Africa, participation from Kenya, Tanzania, I know Zambia, I know Zimbabwe, of course the host South Africa. The Ugandans are preparing, but I cannot confirm as yet. The Eswatinians will be in participation. If I confirm other countries, I will be letting you know. I'll also be letting you know if I will be able to travel to stream that competition for you. Sean trying to finish a frame that will take his second life in the second life quarterfinals. He's one of those very decent players, more than capable of taking down anyone. But for whatever reason, I don't remember him winning a comp like this. Sometimes he has been there in the money, but he just doesn't win. Like you can see, his shooting skills are quite good as anybody's in this competition. And he does participate in the big majority of them. Last time out that I checked, about 2 years ago, he was in school, in secondary school. Now I don't know. Now he's on the verge of taking Farouk out of the competition. As long as he puts yellow, of course, to the corner pocket bottom left and black to the side pocket left. He simply needs not only to pot but also avoid getting himself snookered, either little top spin or little back spin. He's going for back spin. It has to be little. I'm not so certain he has full sight of the black. For him to pot it, he has to have full sight. And yes, he doesn't have full sight. He can see it, but his best option now is bank to the side pocket on the right, off the left cushion into the center pocket on the right. That will be his best bargain to try and win the match if he were to win it now. If he doesn't, there is a chance that we could have a decider. As though he has full sight, as though he's going for a direct pot, he goes for the bank and nips in the octagon for the very last time in the match. Final score, Sean Yiga 4 and Farouk Mutumba 2.